Well, very recently we got the Android Saga character trailer. In fact, 4 days ago, it says on August 13th. Today is August 17th. We got this trailer with 15 new characters revealed for the game, which we did expect these characters, but we are actually still getting some more details within the next week for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. If you take a look here, I guess I showed it right there too, but opening night live for Gamescom on Tuesday, there will be a new look at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, August 20th at 11 Pacific time, 2 Eastern time, right? 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, right? You know, if we're talking about the America times, you can go ahead and literally click on this link and it will tell you like the exact like times and everything that's going to be there. But Dragon Ball Sparking Zero will be at Gamescom. Furthermore, there's actually going to be 2 different showcases for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Again, there's Opening Night Live, which is like, you know, the big, I guess, like kind of announcements and things that are going to go on. Then there's also the Xbox at Gamescom live stream, which we do see Dragon Ball Sparking Zero also listed right here. We see again Dragon Ball Sparking Zero right there on Wednesday, August 21st. So back-to-back days, we're getting Dragon Ball Sparking Zero reveals, whether it's character trailers, whether it's gameplay. Now, what I think is going to happen is I think opening night, we're going to see a new character trailer on the 28th right there. Then I think on the 21st, we're actually going to see some like gameplay or game modes kind of reveal or something like that. And I think that makes a lot of sense because it's been a while since we've got like, you know, with some of those like gameplay like showcases or anything like that for Sparking Zero. And we're getting closer and closer to the release date officially. We're under 2 months from the actual game releasing, which is very, very exciting. I think first we're going to talk about what characters we could see for the next trailer, which again will be like basically like 3-4 days, right? Which is very cool. And then after that, we'll talk about what I think we could actually see for the gameplay trailer as well, because there's actually maybe a little bit of hints that we could see there. Now, we did get V-Jump this week, right? We got V-Jump leaks, I guess you could say leaks for V-Jump. And it kind of showed us some stuff we knew and then some new stuff that, well, it's new, we kind of were expecting. We see Goku and Z, right? That is his Super Spirit Bomb Ultimates, which we have seen before. In fact, I was literally at AX and I recorded this one and it looks so good, dude. Whew, that looks amazing. We see Evo Boo right there, or I guess it's a Super Boo, but it's like, his name is Boo Evo, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, it's Super Boo right here. We see Super Boo with Gotenks absorbed doing the Galactic Donut. We see Super Boo with Ultimate Gohan absorbed and he's doing the Boo Ghost. Then we see Kid Boo, which is, you know, pure Evil Boo, and he is actually doing the, or this is pure Boo, whatever it's called. He's actually doing the Planet Burst where he blows up the Earth, right? You know, that's what we saw when he first went Kid Boo and he was like, yeah, this planet's gone, bro. That's basically what happened. But you know, it's nice that we're actually getting like a first-hand look here at some of the Boo forms. It does say that there's going to be a video coming out, right? So usually V-Jump is actually supposed to come out on the 21st. So I'm assuming that this, you know, Gamescom opening night live would be before like V-Jump is technically supposed to release. And in that case, it makes sense, you know, if V-Jump or the actual preview trailer at Gamescom does show it off. Those characters, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks we already knew about. We already even see this exact ultimate. Super Vegeta we already knew about seeing this. Ultimate Gohan we did see like in the background of the like, you know, what if stories selections you can create. There was like Whis training Goten and Trunks. There was Ultimate Gohan back there. We even saw the Cyberman back there, which is how we knew Cyberman was going to be playable. But see Ultimate Gohan here fighting Boo Gotenks, and this is actually like kind of our first actual look at Ultimate Gohan like Boo Saga gameplay right there, which is cool, right? We'll definitely take that. Now in terms of the character roster, right, this is the remaining characters that are like not here are obviously the Blink ones, but this is everything we know so far that was like officially confirmed in trailers. Again, a character doesn't have to be like we've seen characters before that haven't been in trailers, but they actually aren't on here, such as Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, right? The adult Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. We only have Super Saiyan 2 and then the base form version. We don't have the Super Saiyan 1, we don't have Great Saiyan Man, right? So I think those are actually going to be in this trailer specifically, and that's where we go into unconfirmed placement here. And again, this is all made by Globku. Shout out to Globku. I'm sure many of you guys are aware of him if you are in the Spartans or sphere things. Now we could take a look here. This is who I placed here in like extra. I guess these two are already right here, and it makes a lot of sense because transformations usually don't, like, they're right next to the forms of the characters there. We see Trunks, Super Saiyan Trunks, Goten, Super Saiyan Goten, Gotenks, Super Saiyan Gotenks, and then Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Sorry, we see all the Broly forms all together right here. So the Trunks right here. So it makes sense that these characters are going to be next to this base Gohan. And I think they'll probably just place Ultimate Gohan here as well. If I'm not I'm trying to think at the top of my head. I think Ultimate Gohan was like his own separate character slot. Again, it was not actually a transformation. I guess it's theoretically possible they make him a transformation in this game. Like, they could if they wanted to. But I'm thinking it's going to be like Gohan that could transform into Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, then Ultimate Gohan separately. Either way, they're going to all be like kind of grouped together is my theory right here. And we'll see what happens for sure when the official trailer comes out, but we knew these characters were going to make an appearance. So that is 1, 2, 3 of these characters right here. And it's very interesting they're not showing Super Saiyan adult Gohan. We'll focus back on this guy later because this plays into my little theory of what we're going to talk about, where I think actually there's going to be more than just Majin Buu saga, like canon manga characters. Kind of, we'll talk about it. Now, in terms of what's next, I think the Majin Buus, right? I think, obviously we knew that the Majin Buus are going to be in here. Now, we know that Super Buu was confirmed to only have 2 transformations, right? Literally right here, this line, it says 2. You could literally see the 2, but it shows that only 2 transformations will be available for Super Buu, which is Buu Gotenks and Buu Ultimate Gohan. Makes a lot of sense because they're the only ones that really fought. If you're hoping for Buu Piccolo in this game, I mean, he wasn't in BT3 in the first place, but unfortunately he's not here. It sucks to suck if you really wanted Buu Gotenks, or not Buu Gotenks, Buu Piccolo. But Buu Gotenks is here, Buuhan is here, and then Super Buu is here. These are confirmed. Kid Buu also, of course, confirmed. I mean, Kid Buu is going to be in, let's be honest. The only questionable one is Evil Buu. I think you could swap out Evil Buu for a couple of characters, right? In BT3 there's Babidi. I actually had Babidi right here. I think Babidi could potentially make it in there. I think Oob could very well be playable, right? I think we could see Oob. I think we could see Supreme Guy Kibido, of course, Supreme Kai just by himself, right? So there's a couple of characters here that, like, in terms of like a complete roster, I actually had some of these characters here, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Like right here, this is we could literally open it. This is Base and Goku. I had, the Majin Buus next to Fat Buu, which makes a lot of sense. Babidi I just put right here, but let's take off the questionable characters. I think Supreme Kai will be in. I think, Oob likely could be in, even Babidi. Again, he was in BT3. I wouldn't be surprised if they made him playable just to fill out the roster a little bit. But at the very bare minimum, I do think we'll see all the Buu forms. Again, Evil Buu is still questionable. I think he will be in though, because he has his own separate slot. So just because there's like, Super Buu only has 2 forms doesn't mean that this guy can't be in. Even though they didn't even show him off in the V-Jump as well, I think it's still possible that we could see him, fighting Majin Buu in the trailer. Or maybe he doesn't have really story involvement, because we know how story's going to work. There's going to be 8 main character point of views, and maybe, the only character that fights Evil Buu is Majin Buu. So it could be a thing where, okay, no one's really fighting him the story, they don't really care about adding him, and they take him out for like, potentially, like, he's a character that got sacrificed for like a Dragon Ball Super character like here or something. You guys get the point. But I'm gonna say that, and if that's the case, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters here. Then we do, of course, also have the other Gohans, which would be 1, 2, 3 right here, and we can just go ahead and fill this out too. And if that's the case, that is a total of 8 characters. Now, again, we knew I was talking about earlier, okay, there's usually about 15 characters showed off. Where are the other characters? Like, if you're not going to add, Supreme Kai, if you're not going to add anything else. I think that there is, okay, this is where it comes in my theory about movies, right? We have seen kind of a lack of Z movies at all. There's been no Z movies. I do think that Z movies are going to be in. And the reason why is because of Z Broly, really. Z Broly, if you guys don't know, Z Broly is like one of the like characters. I mean, I'm sure many people know. Z Broly is like one of the characters. And recently there's been kind of some Z Broly stuff kind of stirring around in Dragon Ball like games, right? If you play Dragon Ball Legends, there is the new legendary finished Z Broly. Dokkan Battle is another game, and these games are very current with the trends because they have very like monthly releases. Like, you know, every 2 weeks there's a new character that comes out in those games, basically. Even in Legends, it's like every week a new character comes out, pretty much. Anyways, it looks like, you know, one of the biggest celebrations for Dokkan's like entire year might be Broly themed. It's looking very, very likely to be Broly. Maybe in a week I'm wrong, but it's looking like that. Alright, Broly kind of is in the Majin Buu saga. Like, he's not in the official Majin Buu saga, like, you know, canon arc, but movie 10 Broly's in that time frame of Majin Buu saga realm, the era of Majin Buu saga. So I think that's where we'll see some stuff related to it, right? And these 3 spots that I left empty right here, next to Goten, next to Gohan, next to Trunks, I mean, Broly. I think Broly's gonna be in this part here. We could open this up right here and literally show you guys. Bam, Broly. I think these 3 slots right here will be Z Broly. Now there again are other movie characters, and there's other like hints we have towards this, right? We could take a look here. There's this empty slot next to Vidal. Very interesting, right? Very, very interesting that there's just nothing here regarding like these characters. Like, what is the slot going to be? I think it's actually going to be a Vidal transformation into Great Saiyaman 2. Now, Great Saiyaman 2, I think someone said she wasn't in a filler during Z, but I'm thinking Great Saiyaman 2, you know, is prominently in Wrath of the Dragon. The Wrath of the Dragon movie, that makes a ton of sense to me. And, you know, Great Saiyaman 2, I think, wasn't BT3. If I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong in the replies again. There's like 160 plus characters in BT3, right? I can't remember at the top of my mind, like, every single character that's available in that game. But I think Vidal is going to get this Great Saiyaman 2 little form right there. There's another hint right here in regards to Super Gogeta. Firstly, there's this empty slot in between Goku and Vegeta right here, right? You know, disregarding the Buu forms. It's possible that they make these Super Buu forms go right here. But, you know, a slot between Goku and Vegeta. And then another thing that I should point out is that there's actually a third transformation, like, what's it called? Missing, like, transformation slot right here for Goku. I'll just bring it up right here, right? So there's the Goku end. We see Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Obviously, if you get more bar, you'd be able to go Super Saiyan 3, stuff like that. Then there's these 2 extra slots right there, right? You know, you could do L1 for 1 or the R1 for 1. One of these are going to be Vegito, because you could fuse into Vegito, right? You know, that makes sense. Goku end is going to be able to fuse into Vegito. But there's this extra one right here. That has to be another fusion. And it would not make sense for Goku and Vegeta to fuse into Dragon Ball Super Gogeta. Though I guess it's theoretically possible. We don't know what's going to happen with Vegito because, again, Vegito's one slot. And the weird thing is that, like, you can fuse with any Goku and Vegeta into Vegito. But, like, could you fuse into Vegito Blue, or will Vegito Blue be locked out? I think it's possible Vegito Blue could be even locked out. Who knows how that's going to work. But, Super Gogeta. What if they just put Super Gogeta here? I think it makes just a ton of sense, right? And that's where we start going to the movie stuff. And then I added some other movies characters right here in this specific roster. We can just close some of this, where I also put Hirudegarn and Tapion. And the reason why I put Hirudegarn and Tapion is because, again, Wrath of the Dragon, we see Dragon Fist Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Goku does his Dragon Fist in the movie, right? In the game, I guess I should say. Of course he does in the movie. In the game, Super Saiyan 3 Goku has a Dragon Fist as his ultimate. So them adding Hirudegarn, and then that's another giant character, I think that'd make a lot of sense and add some extra variety to the roster. I think I just put Tapion here just because this spot is actually next to Trunks. Confirmed right here. This spot is actually next to Trunks. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then we're filling out this roster more and more and more and more, right? Now, what I think there's one thing I want to talk about as well. Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 1 Gohan does the Bros Kamehameha, and he hasn't been shown, specifically Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. I think we'll see Super Saiyan 1 Gohan do the Bros Kamehameha, and then Broly will be there as well. That's my thought process about why they're holding off on specifically Super Saiyan 1 Gohan in the trailers right here. This guy, I mean, it could also be a thing where he's training with Goten and Goten is throwing the rocks at him. That's very possible, but I don't know. His ultimate being the Bros Kamehameha, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's ultimate being the Dragon Fist. Like, there's some movies representation here that leads me to believe that some of these movie characters will be in the base roster, especially the Majin Buu saga, like, kind of era of these movies. And if we take all of that in consideration in terms of the characters that I listed here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is 15 characters total that would be here specifically. And that fits with the other character like reveal trailers. The Android Soul Saga one had 15 characters, the Namek Saga one had 15 characters, right? And I think this would be big, like kind of to surprise and throw people off. After this, there would be only a handful of character slots left, about like 15 or so, right? It could be GT, it could be OG Dragon Ball, right? We don't know for sure. I mean, with the amount of slots here, it could realistically be GT 100%, right? You know, they could put like GT Goku here, or I guess GT Goku could be right here or something, or who knows, right? Anyways, that's my thought process there. I think it really it could be like that, which would be very, very cool if this is what they actually do end up revealing. And again, with all the Broly stuff going around recently in Dragon Ball media, it makes a lot of sense, man. And then adding movies things, but I think excite a lot of people in general. What's this last image right here? Oh yeah, this, we'll talk about this in a second, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, right? This is my theory. This is not like anything confirmed, obviously. I think it would be a way, especially considering that this is like a this should be like a big night. This is like a big reveal. I think this is where they would reveal something like Dragon Ball Z Broly. Because if they just reveal like Majin Buu Saga characters, I think that wouldn't like fit up to what, you know, Gamescom could be like in terms of a massive reveal. But then again, it could be like, oh, we're going to show off Babidi. We're going to show off Pui Pui. We're going to show off, you know, Eva Boo, right? You know, this is what I hope, though. That'd be very exciting. Now, in terms of the 21st, I actually think the 21st could be interesting, where we could see maybe some other, like, you know, again, like just specific game modes in the game that they could add that we had no idea about. It also could just be about this, right? Just the gameplay specifically. We got this translated here. This is just the impacts that occur in Sparking Zero in the, you know, V-Jump. And I think that this would be what we see as well, just like in terms of a gameplay trailer. So we see the striking visual of a beam clash, heated close combat fights, a fierce back and forth. We see the forward impact actions, and this is the better scan, so that's why I have this up as well, so we could actually see it without like the green tint there. But again, there's the blast impact, two beams clashing, clash impact, your fists collide creating a shockwave, power impact, struggle that splits and lands, and then the speed impact. So I believe what this is obviously beam clash. This right here is the grab clash. This is like a clash, I think, when you dash into each other, like when you both burst dash into each other, you do like this like very close range clash together. And then right here, there's the speed impact, where again, if you're like also, it's like kind of also like dashing into each other kind of, or like, you know, two rush attacks I think colliding, and you kind of like go through the air and they're clashing back and forth rapidly. But I'm sure you guys have seen gameplay for like these three mainly. This one isn't really shown too often, but some people were posting it recently on Twitter. Either way, I think them showcasing this and like officially talking about them, because we've seen this in like gameplay that we've recorded and gameplay and trailers, but they never actually have explained this in like an actual trailer. So it would make sense maybe if they do that. But who knows, right? Maybe it could be something completely different. Maybe it could be some other reveals. Like what if like this is a Majin, like this is like a movie's reveal, and then this is like a Majin Buu Saga trailer. I would doubt it that they're gonna do like 2 character trailers back to back, like 3 in a month. Probably not. I'm thinking again we'll see this trailer on the 20th, gameplay on the 21st. I'm thinking from there we'll see like another trailer in September, like maybe the 12th, 13th, 14th, maybe around this week. Then there's also going to be like a Dragon Ball Daima exhibit like in the early October. I think October 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And we know that Sparking Zero news is going to be there. So maybe they'll show the last few characters. Maybe they'll just end up showing Sparking Zero DLC early. But I don't know. That's it. So let me know what you guys think, what you guys want to see from Gamescom here. Thanks for watching. And hopefully we do end up seeing Broly. I think that'd be pretty cool. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.